Well, hello there. Hi, you're back, my imaginary friends. Tonight we're going to read Patrick Henry. He was known as the actor. He was born May 29th, 1736, and died on June 6, 1799. Patrick, excuse me. Patrick Henry was the greatest actor on the stage of the Founding Fathers. Even though he was very wealthy, he acted like a most fiery public speaker of his time. Henry fired up his fellow Founding Fathers with his words. In fact, his words provided some of the first sparks that set the American Revolution aflame, uniting his countrymen in this cause. At the end of his most legendary speech, in which he convinced his fellow Virginians to take up arms against the British Army, he supposedly cried out, give me liberty or give me death." Oh, then he plunged an invisible dagger into his heart. Or so the story goes. If true, those are awfully strong words about liberty from a man who owned a lot of slaves. After the Revolution, Henry kept on standing up and giving angry speeches against the Constitution, which he thought would rob individuals and states of their rights. He sliced his opponents to ribbons with speeches, with his words, and was especially rough on the mumbling Madison. In the end, Henry's forceful speeches helped pressure Madison into adding the Bill of Rights to the Constitution. Wink, wink. Sometimes by arguing with someone, you actually help them do the right thing. Arguing is what Americans have always done best, it says. Famous quotes. I am not a Virginian, but an American. Another famous quote. If I am asked what is to be done when a people feel themselves intolerably oppressed, my answer is overturn the government. And another famous quote, united we stand, divided we fall. Let us not split into factions, which must destroy that union upon which our existence hangs. He was 5 feet 11 inches tall. Is this his headshot on the back of his headshot? Height 5 feet 11 inches. Weight lean. Political leaning radical. Jobs held lawyer, delegate of the Virginia House of Burgesses, delegate of the Continental Congress, delegate to Constitutional Convention, first and sixth governor of Virginia. How many years did he serve in the Virginia militia? That would be 1. Education, homeschooled and self-educated. Languages mastered, or at least attempted. English, Latin, and Greek. His stance on France? Not a fan of the French Revolution. Hobbies, he liked talking, fiddling, and hanging out with folks. His wealth? Wealthy. His nickname? Trumpet of the Revolution. His political party? Originally anti-federalist, but later federalist. I'm anti-federalist. Wait, that's not cool now. It's cool to be a federalist. Oh, I'm federalist. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're having. I'm going to have that. That's so hot. His main residence, Red Hill Plantation in Virginia. Other residence, he had Leatherwood Plantation in Virginia. Land owned 100,000 acres. Cattle owned more than 167. Human slaves owned at 1.67. That's just at one point. We don't know if that's the high point or the low point. At one point, one moment when I counted, there were 67. We did just have a cull of the flock, though. Okay. Positions on slavery, he called it evil, but fought to keep it. So he's definitely on the douchebag list. Forked tongue is what they call that. Dude has a forky tongue. He's slapping you. He's lashing you with it. The very thing you're fighting for is the very thing that I created because I hate what you're fighting for. Sounds like loopholes could have been written in. Anyway, I don't know much about politics or writing constitutions or laws or any of those things, but it seems to me like if a bunch of businessmen were going to write a rule book that we all follow, I would think that they would allow themselves some leniency. So wouldn't you write it in such a way that I'm already an asshole? What makes you think I'm not going to write a commandments that keeps me out of the flames? What are you talking about? It's I for what? It's all man for himself in the end. And this is business. And in all fairs in love and war and business, right? Don't take it personally. I gave you freedoms for fuck's sakes. I made you think you had one. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's really funny. Now I know this is a recent book of an author's, interpretation of what he reads. And I thought it was quite quirky and fun. And I'm having fun reading it. But I do like the way they made it kind of snarky. It reads well. So I feel like I can get in character, if you will. The actor. I took acting classes from Patrick Henry. Oh, is he the guy that said, united we stand, divided we fall? Yes. Let's see. Religious faiths. He's Episcopalian, but he believed America should be officially a Christian nation. His achievements? He wrote, promoted Virginia Stamp Act resolves anti-British taxation laws, which led to the revolution. Keep the tax in-house. And then pressured Madison to write the Bill of Rights. Do it. He's a sidler. Do it. Peer pressure, peer pressure. Opinion on the Boston Tea Party? He was oddly silent about it. Maybe he was busy. Maybe he was afraid to pick a side. He was young and he wasn't quite sure. He wasn't sure what was happening. I can't. Maybe he just knows that he knew the law before the law. I plead the fifth. I don't have any opinions whatsoever. Go, Patrick. Anyway, so that is our 8th douchebag who wrote our Constitution. This bedtime story is turning into a fairy tale, which has got a little bit of a dark side to it, doesn't it? Ooh. Let's see what Samuel Adams was up to. Want to? Ooh, I think that will be fun. Join me tomorrow.